Today we're diving into one of the most frustrating problems in squirrel dogs, the dog that will not stay treed. Stay in this game long enough and you will encounter one. The dog will run hard, work a track, might even tree you one, but by the time you get there it's left the tree, running trash, or is a quarter mile away, treed again. This is costing you game, wasting your time, and probably making you question all the work you're putting into your dog. Stay tuned, because I'm going to show you my most reliable method to stop it. We'll cover everything from handler mistakes to dog-specific issues that most guys overlook, though it could be your dog just needs a reset. Yeah, I just had a really rough morning in the woods with my dog that decided to not consistently tree, and that was the inspiration for this video. I'll say this is one video on the topic. I got another one coming. This one covers the meat and the potatoes of the issues because, like most things in dog hunting training, we create most of our own problems by trying to blow through the fundamentals and get to the sexy stuff that everybody wants to do. So this video is going to show you exactly how to reset your dog, to take your dog back through the process, to refocus them so this time when they go out they have a better understanding of what they're supposed to do and they're more likely to end up being rock solid on the tree for you. Hope you enjoy it. Just to make this a little easier to follow, let's pretend that we have two kids that just figured out they like to swim and we're taking them to the lake, but we stop in the woods. And one kid we just say, go find water. The next kid we drop off on a trail with a wooden fence in a straight line all the way to the water. Which kid's going to find the water? It's pretty simple, right? The kid that got guided there. It's exactly the same for a dog that you want to perform a task. You have to train a dog to do the task. You know, your dog is just figuring out, oh, I like hunting, right? We have to walk him through every step of what that means, or we can't expect him to do it. Some dogs figure it out on their own, and that's great. There's a place for that. But the more you can help a dog, the more likely it is to succeed. So when I have a dog that's not making the cut, that won't stay focused on a tree, runs off after other game, runs trash, I have done something wrong and I've let that dog learn something wrong, or that dog doesn't have a firm understanding on what I want that dog to do. So I go back to the basics of a caged squirrel. And you just want to give it a sight chase, right? You go catch a caged squirrel, let him chase it up a tree, let him bark a little bit, shoot it out for him. Now that you've got your dog a sight chase, your dog has at least been rewarded for the job that it's supposed to do. So here's where we're going to start really baby stepping the features in and working out any problems that he might have. So the next step needs to be a progression into what we want him to do, which is chase squirrels. So here's where the easy squirrel areas come in. Grandma's bird feeder. If you got a public park or a school campus, college campus close by you think you can cut a dog out on, doesn't have to be a lot, just a few minutes. Without the Karens calling the cops on you too fast, might be a good time to go there and drop the leash a few times and get that dog more reward on what you want that dog to do. But here's where we're also going to pay attention to any other bad habits that we know this dog might have, and we're going to break them. So maybe in between, that sight chase, we take them to the college, good, get them a little bit of success. Maybe now we take them on a walk through the woods where we know that there's some deer fawns, or some deer. Your dog likes to run deer. Maybe your dog likes to chase armadillos. So we're going to trap an armadillo. We're going to put it in the backyard in a cage. We're going to let our dog have exposure to it, and we're going to teach our dog, however you go about it, to not fool with that trash, right? The whole time we're doing this dog is controlled, and that's the key. We want to control the environment that our dog is learning in, because whenever they're free to go about it the way they want to go about it, they're free to learn whatever behavior they want, right? We want to keep those blinders on them. We want to keep them focused. We want them learning only what we want them to do. So as we play the game of going to easy squirrels, letting your dog get some trees, and we fix the bad habits out, we're getting ready to where we take the dog back out into the woods. Again, I'm not abandoning the leash yet. Now I'm going to go to a place on public where I actually can shoot him out, but I'm going to leash my dog there because, again, when he's on a leash, he's not running deer. He's not chasing armadillos. They're not going after raccoons. They're not going after possums, right? Those are all opportunities to keep the dogs focused, under control, so you can reward the good behavior and discourage the bad behavior. So I walk him to where I know there's squirrels. I sit him down with me on a leash, and we wait. We wait until I see that he sees a squirrel. I unclip him. He's going right to the target game. Good boy, good boy, good boy. If he trees, boom, I shoot him out from him. And we progress on this cycle until we have a dog that's no longer running trash, is confident on what he's supposed to do, he's refocused. It's the exact same process from a dog that you got from a puppy or that you got as a started dog. The only difference is as a puppy, you probably have a better idea of the problems your dog is having, or where you drop the ball on making sure you trained exactly what this dog is supposed to go after, and did I accidentally let this dog run trash? Did I let him get away with bad habits? So if you start with a started dog, you just need to approach that dog from the beginning with the understanding that this dog is going to come with issues that I'm going to have to work through. And if that's the case, you may need to go further back than a caged squirrel. You probably have some obedience issues that need sorted out. If your dog won't not tug on a leash, I mean, if you're willing to deal with that, go ahead. I refuse to deal with that. It's bad for your arms and shoulders. It's a huge pain in the butt. I expect a dog to be comfortable on a leash. I've got videos on how to do that. You can find them if you scroll through my dog training playlist. The same goes for a dog that will come back to you whenever you call them. I want a dog that is firm on recall. If a dog is not firm on recall, when you take a dog out to the woods and you start introducing major distractions and prey driving, genetics telling that dog that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, if he does not have a solid foundation and coming back to you no matter what, whenever you call, you don't need to turn him out, because maybe your dog leaves the tree. Maybe your dog has learned to give up and come back to you or get distracted. How are you going to fix that if your dog won't listen when you say, no, here? So maybe you got to go back that far, but it's the same thing. You start as far back, you identify where your dog went wrong. If that's obedience, you start with obedience. Work your dog up to a caged squirrel. Baby step your dog to some easy trees. Take him to the hunting grounds and let him get some very controlled chases that he's rewarded for, that you shoot some stuff out. And you may have to play this game for a while. You may have to play this game for a whole season. All right, these are two examples of dogs, Smokey and Patch, that I have encountered this with and that I have worked through and found success with. So this leads us to the next obvious question. How long do I give a dog that's just not getting it? And I'll say that depends. I've also had two dogs, Buckshot and Spruce, that didn't make it. I no longer have those dogs with the same problems. They wouldn't stay on treat. And I'll tell you, it's really up to you on how much work you want to put into that. But I'm not in this game to spend 3 or 4 years hoping a dog fixes some bad habits it's not really showing progress in, when I can just get a new dog. So if it's a dog I've raised from a puppy, I'm more apt to keep that dog longer, to the 2.5, really pushing it 3-year mark, because my best squirrel dog right now didn't really click till the 2-year mark. That's Patch, the dog I'm just talking about. But I will say Patch showed me progression. Patch showed me moments of greatness with some setbacks, with some more moments of greatness, maybe a setback or two, more moments of greatness, longer periods of greatness. We kept climbing that ladder to success. This dog kept showing me I've got what it takes. I'm going to make it if I just keep hunting. If you put the woods time in, I'm going to make it. And I felt that. And you need to listen to that inner voice. If you're feeling that, my advice is don't give up on the dog. Whereas Spruce was a treeing Tennessee brindle. I really like that breed. I really wanted this dog to work out. I took a chance on a dog from Illinois, 18 months old. Owner said, we've had him running on a farm. He's treed raccoons with other dogs. He's treed squirrels while out with other dogs. And I really think this dog is going to make it if he just gets hunted. And that was enough for me to take a chance on a kind of dog I really wanted. And I spent a lot of time with that dog. I gave that dog a solid year. I got him in March. I gave him a summer of progression. I put him in the program. I walked him step by step through it. We got to the hunting season, and I hunted him hard through the hunting season. And that dog, again, showed me moments of greatness, but his progression looked like greatness all the way down here. I do whatever I want. Oh, look, I'm kind of smelling a squirrel. Oh, I do more whatever I want. I wasn't seeing progression that the dog was getting it. What I was seeing was confirmation that this dog has learned to run wild on his own, chase whatever it wants, whenever it wants. And I got tired of fighting that fight. My time is limited. I gave that dog what I feel was a solid chance to make it, and he didn't. And so I got rid of him. I gave him away. I found a farm that needed a dog to keep critters chased out of their crops. So he's happy right now running around chasing things, and I'm free to move on to another squirrel dog. I'm not wasting my time on a dog that's not going to make it. So I hope this clears up on how to progress through and fix a dog that's not staying consistent to tree. A lot of this depends on you putting in the time. A lot of this depends on doing unsexy things that you don't really want to do, but it's required for the dog. You know, hang in there for a dog that looks like it's going to make it for you. But if a dog doesn't look like it's going to make it for you, your gut's telling you it's not, it's probably time to get rid of that dog and start over with a new dog.